Well, hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Today is December 25th, and that means it's Christmas Day. For those of you that celebrate, I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. And if you celebrate any other holidays like Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, happy holidays to you. I hope they were blessed, and I hope they were filled with many moments of precious joy that you could share throughout the years with family and friends. All right, guys. So it is so great to be here with you. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. If Christmas was your holiday today, or whatever holiday you had, I'm really grateful that you really had a good time with friends and family. And I want to start out by saying welcome. If this is your first day with me, welcome. And thank you for joining me. If you are coming back, well, of course, thank you and welcome back. It's always great to have people that enjoy the quality of my content here on Inspirations for Your Life. If you're new and you have not checked out believemeachieve.com, what are you waiting for? Go check that out. That is after the show at believemeachieve.com. That's believemeachieve.com. You can get my short form content, my long form content. You can get articles, reels, and so much more. So definitely check that out. All right, guys, without any further ado, I want to go ahead and kick this show off tonight. So welcome to another inspiring of the ever popular episode of Inspirations for Your Life, the daily show, where I ignite motivation and meaning right where you are. Oh, by the way, if you're thirsty or you're hungry, feel free to go grab something. I don't want you to be starved or to be famished or to be parched while you're listening to the show or watching it. By the way, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And, in just a few more days, we can say that we've officially been on the air 4 years in a row. And we'll be starting our fifth year on January 1st, 2026. Really excited about that. That's not too long from now. That's actually going to be a week from today. We will be on the air officially 4 years, and we'll be kicking off our fifth year. So, I'm helping you explore how hope shows up in community and relationships. The subtle, the beautiful signs we sometimes overlook when we focus on noise instead of connection. And I know noise is something that a lot of us sense because, we just don't know any better. And we figure that's the way it's going to go, but it's not always the way it is. Okay. So I think that's important to realize that noise can sometimes trap us. So, number one, the smallest act of kindness you still remember years later. Think back to a small act of kindness that stuck with you. Maybe it was somebody that held the door open. Maybe it was somebody who gave you something. Maybe it was a stranger who let you merge in traffic, a teacher who saw potential others missed, or a friend who checked in when things went quiet. Those moments matter. They plant seeds of hope that bloom long after the moment passes. Number two, guys, most of your hope will come from humans, not headlines. Turn off your feed for a moment and notice the people that are surrounding you, the ones that are around you every day, the ones who lift you up. Real hope isn't broadcasted through breaking news. It's exchanged in handshakes, in laughter, and in genuineness. How are you really? Conversations. Number three, you don't need a big community. You need a real one. It's not about the numbers, guys. It's about the depth, the breadth of the community. A few good people who show up when you're silent are worth more than hundreds who only react to your highlights. And I think that's what I've learned from doing social media for a very long time. I've definitely learned that, and we have to just keep showing up and being authentic. And you know what? People will eventually appreciate it. Number four, a tiny way to make someone feel seen today. Ask one thoughtful question. Look them in the eye. Let your presence say you matter. You don't need grand gestures to give someone hope. You just need to see them. I think that's an important thing. All right. You have to give them hope. Number 5, you have to realize that it's more than what you think it is. Taking selfies of people and learning to value those who notice your absence more than your updates. They're tuned into your energy, not your image. And that's rare, guys. I mean, really, really rare. So very rare. Number 6 that I want to share with you. Number 6 is a very another important one I think you're gonna definitely like. And number 6 is this: you're allowed to outgrow group chats. Growth sometimes looks like quiet exits. You're not obligated to stay in spaces that drain your peace or limit your growth for that matter. Number 7, stop chasing cool and look for kind and consistent. Kindness and consistency will carry you further than that popularity that seems to be attracting you. It's a false attraction. Yes, you get enticed by it, but then when it's over, it's like you feel so empty. So people who show up without pretense, that's the tribe that's worth building. Those are the people that are going to stick with you from thick and thin. Number 8, one boundary that will save your future. You know what that boundary is, guys? It's friendship. It is friendship. And friendship is something that a lot of people, I feel, they underestimate it. Sometimes people take it for granted. Okay. And they take it for granted just because they can. Not necessarily because they should, but they take it because they can. And when we take things for granted, that's never a very good thing, guys. Never a very good thing. Never a very good thing. And so we have to know that who we are and what we're doing and our purpose and things like that. Sometimes we can get knocked off our scale like very, very easily. But friendship is something that you build slowly. It's not something you just snap your fingers and suddenly you're friends. Friends happen by you building trust in each other, right? By being a little vulnerable to each other and then starting to see how you react, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this: say no to emotional one-way streets. We've all been down those relationships before. You don't need those. You deserve relationships that feel reciprocal, back and forth, not ones that leave you feeling empty. See, a relationship that's actually going to give and take is the best thing for you. Number 9, community is built in boring moments. Yup, texts, rides, favors, check-ins. True friendship grows in the in between the errands, the quick notes, the favors, and those that are returned. See, that's where connection takes root. When somebody asks you to do something and you say yes, that's a very important thing. When you start showing up for people, that's a very, very important thing to understand. Number 10, if you keep being the only one who reaches out, rethink the circle you're in. Reciprocity is a sign of respect and care. And when it's only you keeping the chain alive, it might be time to build things differently. Might be time to cut that chain. I know it might sound like something warm and you don't want to get rid of it because it's all you have right now, but holding on to something that's toxic is only going to drive you down. It's only going to waste your energy. It's only going to take away the beauty that you have to become a better version of yourself. Number 11, guys, the best apology is change behavior, not paragraphs or books. Forgiveness starts with action. Words matter less than proof through consistency and effort. And I think those that understand that feeling, that know proof, consistency, right? They know that if we do the right thing over and over again and we keep showing up, people are going to change their behavior too, and they're going to be more inclined to want to be around us. Number 12, guys, you're not hard to love. You're just done with crumbs. Let that sink in. You deserve people who choose you fully, not partially, not because, well, I have nothing to do this Friday night, so you're just going to be my next best thing. That's not a friend. You aren't asking for too much, guys. That's important to realize. You're asking the wrong people. And when you don't get the reaction you want, you take it out on yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? Nothing. Just realize you need to move on. This isn't the right person for you. Number 13, unlearning attention is not the same as affection. Likes and messages aren't love, guys. Learn to tell the difference and protect your heart from, well, performative closeness. And I think sometimes when we hear performative closeness, we think that, you know, it's safe, but really, guys, it's not. It's a false sense that we get. And we rush in too quickly because we think that this is the pot of gold, and it really isn't. Number 14, a hopeful sign. You're drawn to people who feel safe, not chaotic. It shows healing when calm feels more exciting than drama. You're evolving toward peace. Celebrate that immediately. Number 15, one question that leads to deeper conversations than what's up. Try asking something like, what's been giving you peace lately? Or what made you choose this restaurant? Or what got you into your career? Or, what got you into skiing? Or what got you into hiking? Or something like that. Something about the person. Or how about something like, what's been on your heart lately? If you know the person well enough, like, what's on your heart? Watch how walls just sort of tumble down and connections grow when you ask the questions that are truly about truth, truly about integrity. I think that's something that a lot of people just don't understand. All right. I think that's a very important thing. And as you start to realize what matters to you, that's the big hope in life. Number 16, guys, you can build chosen family out of people who actually show up. See, family isn't just who you're born with or to. It's who chooses you, shows up for you, and believes in you. I know sometimes we think that this is not possible, but I want to tell you guys, it is very, very possible. When you have people that stick to you, tight, they'll be there for thick and thin, for the good times and the bad times. But some people only want to show up when things are going well in your life. Those aren't friends. You know what I call those people? They're opportunists. They're operators. Number 17, guys, it's okay to keep your circle small and your standards high. Definitely very okay to do that. But I know sometimes you're like, John, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. That's okay, guys. Just know what you do is your standard. And don't drop that standard for everyone. Because somebody doesn't fit under that bar, don't lower that bar for anybody because you're going to be dissatisfied. Remember, guys, it is quality over quantity. It applies to people too. Keep those who bring out the best in you, not your stress, not the ones that cause you challenges, not the ones that just seem to take, the ones that never want to give to you, that never want to help, that never want to hear your story. You have those people, right? They show up and they always want to tell you about their problems, their challenges, but then when it's time for you to share, like, oh, look at the time, I got to get going. That's not a friend. That's an opportunist. That's a free psychology session where they're not looking to be two-way, right? That's what that is. That's abuse in one case, right? Number 18, guys, the group chat you mute says a lot about your peace. If muting that conversation brings you relief, that's your intuition speaking. You see, peace, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is important to understand. Peace should be your loudest priority. Even if you feel that this is a place you have to stay, you know in your inner gut what's right. It just sometimes we don't go that way because why? It's a little bit discomforting. And when I say discomforting, it's like we don't know what to do. we get caught in a pathway that leads us to nowhere land. Not because we want to go to nowhere land, but just because we do. And I think that's a very important thing to realize. If we can understand who we are and what our mission is in life, that's a very big thing. And when I said to you that what you do and how, patience is your loudest priority, okay? Patience and the integrity, loudest priorities. Because if you do something because of something that is not really true, you're not only lying to everyone else, you're lying to yourself, which is really the most important thing. And if you lie to yourself, then you can't really live a truthful life. So remember, guys, if you're getting dragged into something, there's a good chance that you probably shouldn't be going into it. Number 19, guys, you don't have to stay loyal to old versions of people or even yourself. You see, we all outgrow versions of us that no longer serve our purpose. And, there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely part of life. Let the evolution happen with grace. Don't try to stop it, just allow it to transpire. Number 20. I can't tell you how many times I would say this to you, but a lot of people don't. Remember to say the word thank you. Say thank you more. People need to know they matter. A simple, sincere thank you reminds others they've seen gratitude multiple times and hope in every direction. And this is what fuels people to take another step in their life. Number 21, invite someone into your normal day, not just your highlight reel. And I think sometimes we invite people to highlight reel because of our ego. We want to show off. But really, we're doing it in a way to brag. We're not doing it in a nonchalant way. And for that, I think we're doing it the wrong way. We want to invite people in our highlight reel that we're proud and we want to share with, not because we're trying to brag to them. Community, ladies and gentlemen, strengthens when we share the ordinary meals, walks, conversations, even our quiet time together. See, that's authenticity. It's not a grand gesture. It's not a $1 billion gift. It's just simple integrity, authenticity. Number 22, guys. One way to be a safe person. Listen without fixing. When people talk, they don't always need solutions. They need space to be heard. And listening, my friends, itself is love. So if somebody is giving you a listening ear, all right, that's a good indication that they feel, have respect for you. That's probably the best thing to say. They have respect for you. And that respect is important because not everybody's going to spend the time just listening. Okay. Not everybody's going to spend the time for that. I think that's a very important thing to realize. Not everybody's going to do that. Number 23, guys, the right people won't make you question your worth every week. Okay. I've had this happen before. People say, gee, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you can let them say whatever they want, but these are the people that are not here for your greater good. They're not the people that the universe is really wanting you to stay with. They're people that are coming through your life for a purpose. Some people come to your life forever, and some people are there just for a short time. Other people are there longer, but then they also leave. And the reason this happens is because they're looking to become better versions of themselves, and you are as well. And sometimes we outgrow other people. It happens, don't lose heart over it. And so you'll never have to earn belongingness with the right people. So why not just get the right from the start and stop jerking around with people that don't really mean anything to you? They'll remind you you're enough without conditions. When your friends start putting conditions on you, they're not friends. They're like, how can we say, people that are conditional and will be around you if this, if that, and if not that. Those aren't friends. What do I call them? opportunists, right? You have a hard day. Oh, look at the time. I got to get going. Or I have a challenge. Oh, or you need some money. Oh, look at I got to run. Right? They're always busy to leave the scene because they think, well, they don't just think, they do it for one reason. They know that they're not interested in learning about you emotionally. So they just they just hit the gate running. They have no interest in building friendship with you. They want to appear that they're building friendship, but what they're really building is an opportunistic path to try to exploit you. That could be for free things you do. That could be for a job. It could be for lots of reasons. It could be for votes. Okay. Number 24, you're allowed to be loved for who you are, not your performance. I think that becomes hard for a lot of people. Maybe I didn't get the marathon award this week, but I can still be loved for who I am. It doesn't have to be that I got first place. I think that's hard for a lot of people to realize that just because we didn't place doesn't mean we shouldn't get loved. Okay. That's important, guys. Very important. You need to drop the mask, guys. We're out of COVID, of course, many years. You deserve love that truly recognizes your essence, not your output. And if we keep focusing on only your output, then we're never going to be happy in life. I mean, never. Like never, 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 never. And that's a serious problem. Number 25, guys, the most hopeful thing people really can change, including you. Transformation is real. Hope is what fuels the growth and forgiveness. Extend grace, ladies and gentlemen, to others. And of course, remember to extend it to yourself. So many people forget that. Number 26, ask who makes my nervous system relax when they walk in. Some people just, get your blood to boil and you're not a stressful person. Those are people you don't want to be around. Notice whose presence feels grounding to you. Notice those that are startling or shocking to you. See, that's peace disguised as friendship. I just taught you something. When somebody walks in and you can feel like you can let your guard down, you can relax, that's friendship. But it doesn't happen right away. We have to know that people are genuine. That's important. Number 27, guys. Give an honest, sincere set of compliments that aren't about looks. So people say, you look great in that. That's a great shirt. Go deeper. Tell someone something like, I admire your patience. Your creativity is amazing. Or you're very courageous. Compliments that touch the soul start to build a real connection. Now, the key is don't do this and falsify it because somebody will know that you're not being real. So you've got to give the compliments from the heart. That's really important. Number 28, guys, you can be the first in your group to break a toxic pattern. Don't be afraid. Courage starts cycles of healing that ripple outward. You might be someone's permission to choose better. Maybe. But whatever it is, be open to it. Number 29, guys, a simple text. I'm glad you're in my life can shift someone's whole day. Hope doesn't need poetry. It needs integrity and sincerity. Never underestimate a kind check-in. Never do it. You might say, John, well, the person didn't really mean it. Well, you can tell if somebody means it or not. I mean, you just can, right? You can tell if somebody means it. And you can know and feel in your heart. You can see in their body language, right? You can tell. Number 30, guys. Hope grows where people feel safe enough to be honest. Hope grows where people feel safe enough to be honest. Think about that. Maybe a childhood friend, maybe somebody at work. When you start to know that you can trust somebody. If I think back to my very first friendships, back in, I'm going to say probably back in like grammar school, because in pre-K, it was very easy. Like nobody had any kind of judgments. Everything was very easy. Uh, Kindergarten got a little harder because that's when we started to form a little bit of judgments, but it was still easy. And I remember one person, we were doing some blocks together, and I wanted to play blocks, these are this other toy or something. And so I started going to this person saying, hey, I've got blocks. You want to help me build a castle? You want to help me just, and that was an opening. And what I do, I went to somebody who was sitting all alone, because I said to myself, if I'm sitting all alone, I wouldn't like it. So the fact that I went out there to genuinely try to talk to that person, and them seeing my integrity, we became great friends. Psychological safety is the heartbeat of true community. It's something we don't talk about a lot, but it's what primes the pump to go further. When people feel they can be real with you, see, that's where hope thrives. When we learn to treat each other with truth, kindness, patience, and respect, hope stops being a rare spark that we almost never see. It becomes the air that we breathe. Every connection you nurture, every kind word you offer, every moment you truly listen builds a future brighter than any headline could promise. Now, the thing is, why did it change when I got older? I think it's because of some judgments that got placed, other people's judgments, and you didn't fit into somebody's mold. And what I learned many years ago was, back then I wanted to fit in somebody's mold. Today I couldn't care less about fitting in their mold. If somebody doesn't like me for who I am, okay, next. That's it, guys. It's very simple. So remember, real hope isn't out there somewhere. It's right in here, in us, between us, and through us. And that's important to realize, the belief. Tune in to future episodes, ladies and gentlemen, of Inspirations for Your Life, as I continue to explore how to live intentionally, to lead meaningfully, and always believe in the potential you achieve. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and be sure to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope you continue to create some of the most blessed, amazing, precious memories that you can share in stories for many years to come with friends and loved ones. Good night, everyone.